Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and today I will be showing you how to pass information from a voice agent to a CRM. If you've been building voice agents, this might seem like something, well, this is really easy, this is the easy part. But this is a foundational aspect about voice agents, which some people don't really understand. Those of people who look at voice agent and think, I don't know if this would work for my business, but when they see this part, this is where it really starts to click and they realize what these voice agents can do for their business. Because a voice agent by itself, just, floating about, speaking to people on the phone, but not actually able to interact with your CRM or update stuff after the call, it's pointless. So today's video is showing you how you can basically update your CRM with information about what's happened on a call with a voice agent, essentially. The idea is that the voice agent has a conversation with someone, it can gather details with that person and then organize them in a nice way directly in your CRM, like you can see here. So the voice agent will have a conversation, it will gather, like, for example, name, phone, email, like size of business, pain points of that business, services that they're interested in, and then put them into your CRM for your sales team or even yourself if you're the business owner to come in and see what's happened on that phone conversation. In this example, I'm going to be showing you how a Retell agent can communicate with the GoHighLevel CRM, but you can connect these voice agents to just about any CRM because CRMs have really good API documentation, which is what allows you to actually connect them up. APIs are basically like the backdoor key to any software, and it's a set of documentation which basically allows you to connect up to that CRM and update things, get information from, and a bunch of other stuff basically. So the example is an inbound call example. I'm just going to use my own agency, Future Flow, and basically the example is going to be someone calling who's interested in my services. The AI is going to screen that person and then it's going to update my CRM with all the relevant information about the call. Now, the way that these voice agents actually communicate that information is through what we call an end of call report. So whenever these voice agents finish a call, they send a report of everything that happened on that call, as well as a bunch of other information. So they'll have the call summary, they'll have the call transcript, so they'll have the call costs, they'll have, I think with Retell, they have the from number, the to number, they also have a couple of different things. But the main thing that it includes is custom data. Now with Retell, they call that their post-call properties, and the reason I'm calling it custom data is because this is information that we can pre-program the AI agent to extract from the call for us. What that means is we have full control over the specific pieces of information that we can pull from the conversation and then update in our CRM. The reason that is so important is because instead of someone, reading through a transcript or listening back to a call, we can basically tell the AI specific pieces of information that we want. It will then extract those specific pieces of information, either word for word if we want it to, or it can summarize it for us, and then it can attach that to specific fields in our CRM. And I'll show you what that looks like when we get into the proper example. But the reason that is so useful is because it saves your team time. They don't need to read the transcript. They don't need to go through the call recording. They can just come into the CRM, go through the fields, and basically understand everything about that prospect without having to do the work to listen to the call or read the transcript. You'll see an example why it's really useful, but the post-call properties, custom data, is a really, really key aspect of building good voice agents. In this example, I'm going to be showing you post-call properties, just extracting information directly from the call, whether that be a summary or a word-for-word quote. But there is so much more that you can do with post-call properties, and I've spoke about this multiple times on my LinkedIn. I've also done a video on my LinkedIn about this, but I will be bringing you guys a more in-depth video about that at some point in the future. But with post-call properties, there's so much more we can do, and I'm really excited to tell you about that, but that will be for a later date. Today's example is literally just extracting information from the call and putting it directly into our CRM. So back to how this works. The AI agent has the conversation, it has the end of call report, and then we can choose where we want to send this end of call report, okay? And we do that through webhooks. In this example with GoHighLevel have their own ability to create inbound webhooks, which means that we can send the information, i.e. the end of call report, directly into GoHighLevel. But I'm also going to show you how you can do it with automation platforms as well. So I'm going to show you an example of sending it directly to GoHighLevel, and then I'm going to show you an example of sending it to N8N, and then N8N updating GoHighLevel, just to kind of show you both those examples. Even if you are using GoHighLevel, like the GoHighLevel way of sending it directly to GoHighLevel and then processing the information there is far easier. But with GoHighLevel, whenever you use their inbound webhook, they charge you one pence or 1 cent. So if you're looking to look after the pennies, then you're going to want to watch the N8N example as well, because we can send information to N8N and then update GoHighLevel through N8N and not get charged that 1 pence every time. But to be honest, I always just send it through GoHighLevel because it's so much easier, but I'm going to show you guys both. So first of all, this is the AI agent. It's just a really simple inbound demo agent, as you can see here. Got the prompt. I'll give you guys this prompt in the voice agent vault, which you can get access to down below. It's completely for free. I'm not trying to sell you a course or anything. It's literally just a hub of all of my free resources that I put out on YouTube and LinkedIn. So if you're not a member of that, then join. Again, it's completely free. Not trying to sell you anything. So we have the inbound demo agent here, the prompt. And here we have the post call properties. So this is what I was talking about, where we can essentially define the exact pieces of information that we want to get from the call. So in my CRM, what I want to update, or the information that I want to have about the contacts is their full name, their email. I can get their phone number from Retell itself because you can get it directly from the number that called. I want to get their business name, their team size, the industry that they're in, the pain points that they have, the services of interest, and then the appointment date and time. And then we also have the call outcome, which I'll show you why I'm pulling that information. I'm not going to go into writing post-call properties in this video because it is a bit more in-depth, but what I do have is a post-call property GPT, which is in the voice agent vault, which you can access for free. And basically all you need to do is you can feed in, an already built prompt for a voice agent and then just get the GPT to create your post-call properties for you. Or if you have an idea for an agent and you don't know what post-call properties to create, you can ask the GPT, it'll give you suggestions, and then it will help you write the post-call property descriptions as well. So I use this all the time. It speeds up the process of building voice agents. So if you're interested in that, then voice agent vault, dog. So we have our agent, we have our post-call properties. Now we need to show Retell where we want to send the end of call report to. And the way that we do that is just down at the bottom here with these webhook settings. So under agency level webhook URL, we're going to put a webhook URL. For the first example, I'm going to show you it getting sent directly to GoHighLevel. So let's jump to GoHighLevel where I'll show you how to set this up. Okay, so we're in GoHighLevel. This is in the GoHighLevel automations. So for just Go automation, we've got this inbound agent example. And then we have our inbound webhook trigger. So if I just type in here, inbound, we can just get inbound webhook. Obviously I can't do two at the same time. So we have our inbound webhook, and then we have the URL here. So all you need to do is copy this here, come into Retell, paste that in, and that's it. Now all of your Retell end of call reports will be getting sent directly to this webhook, i.e. GoHighLevel. Now, the reason we have this condition here, this if else condition, is because Retell actually sends 3 different reports for every single call. So you have the call started report, which is when the call starts. You have the call ended report, which is when the call ends. And then you have the call analyzed report. The call analyzed report is the only report that is important here. So what we do in GoHighLevel is we set up a condition or a path to basically, if the event name is call analyzed, go down this way, and if it's anything else, then kill it, because we don't need anything else. Then we want to create a contact with all that information that we just got, right? So we do a create contact module, and we have all of our custom fields that we want to update about that new person that's just called, okay? So I'm going to show you how you can actually assign these based on what you're getting from the end of call report. So on the left, we have our custom fields here. These are basically fields that we create, which we then want to update with from the information that we're getting from the voice agent. So for example, whenever we have a contact in our CRM, we want to have these specific boxes that we can fill based on the conversation that they're having with the voice agent. So for example, we have the full name, we have the email, the phone, the business name, the team size, industry, pain point, services of interest, appointment date and time, call outcome, and then we have phone at the bottom there again, just because this is a demo custom field and we need to have a proper custom field, but that doesn't matter at this point. So the way that we actually assign information from the Retell end of call report to a custom field is actually really, really simple. So I'll just do it for this full name demo one here. So I've created the custom field. I'll just add a new one. I'll type in full name demo. Then we hit this tag, and we can just type in full name and get it there, but I want to show you guys like where it's actually coming from. So if we do this inbound webhook trigger represents the information that we're receiving from Retell in the end of call report. So we hit that, we go to call, then we want to scroll down to our call analysis, and then we want to go custom analysis data, and this is going to hold all the information about our post-call properties. All of these pieces of information, okay, because these are custom data. So then we want to go and find the full name, hit that, and then it updates. Okay, so that's what I've done for all the rest of these. The phone one, which I spoke about, so for the phone, we want to capture the person's phone number. Since they are calling us, Retell already captures their number because it captures the number that the call came from. So if we go into the report, let's just take that off, hit the tag, we go inbound webhook trigger, we hit call, and then if we scroll down, we'll find a field called the from number. So that is the number that we received the call from, and then we just use that. As simple as that. The rest of them was filled out the exact same way I did the full name one. I just went into the webhook, the inbound webhook trigger, call analysis, custom data, and then matched up the post-call properties with the custom fields. So then we hit save action, hit save. In GoHighLevel, they have a really cool feature where you can log the call recording. So what I'll show you later on, when you actually come into your contacts, you can put the call recording in like the conversation tab. So similar to like you'll see in like iMessages or text messages, it has that same sort of UI, but it'll actually have the call recording in there. So it looks really cool. So we just log external call, the direction we can actually get from the inbound webhook trigger. So inbound webhook trigger, we go call, and then we hit direction, like that. We'll actually just take that one away because we just duplicate. Okay. So the 2 number, we get that from the inbound webhook trigger. These are just the phone numbers. So the 2 number was basically our number. So the 2 number there. And then the from number was obviously the person calling us. If this was an outbound call, they would be switched, obviously. Call status is answered. And then the attachment has to be the recording URL because Retell actually sends us a recording URL. So if we just go to, again, inbound webhook trigger, call, down to the bottom, oh, not down to the bottom, here it is, recording URL, just hit that, and then it'll update in the contact. I'm adding some notes, so just kind of the high level notes of the call, so like the call date, call summary, call transcript, and call outcome. We basically get them all from the inbound webhook trigger as well. So call date is the start timestamp, call analysis is just from the call summary, the transcript as well, and then the call outcome as well. Here, this is how we're updating the pipelines. This is kind of more specific to GoHighLevel, so it's not, I mean, I don't really, do I need to go into detail? I mean, I'll show you guys. So one of the call properties, the post call properties that I have is called the call outcome. So basically, what was the outcome of the call? Did they just call and nothing was really said? Were they calling and just kind of exploring and seeing what we do? Were they actually interested in the service? And did they schedule a call? So every time a call is finished, my call outcome property, post call property, will output one of these 4 values. Okay. So when it comes down through the GoHighLevel, I've set up a if else condition to basically route that lead / contact into the right pipeline that I have on GoHighLevel. So if the call outcome is received, then go into the received pipeline stage. If it was exploring, go into the exploring pipeline stage. You get the idea. And what that actually looks like in GoHighLevel is something like this. So in GoHighLevel, we have our opportunities tab, and within the opportunities tab, we have different pipelines. This is the FutureFlow inbound agent demo pipeline, and as you can see, they match up exactly with the call outcomes that we have. So received, exploring, interest, and scheduled. So whenever I'm receiving calls from that inbound agent, that contact is automatically put into one of these stages depending on the call outcome. So now basically what I've shown you is we've created a Retell agent, we've created the post call properties, i.e. the specific pieces of information that we want to find from the call, and then I've shown you how to send it to GoHighLevel and then update specific custom fields using the create contact module. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick test call, speak to the inbound agent. I'm just going to be really quick, just do a couple of details, and then I'll show you that actually updating directly in the CRM. So let's give the agent a call just now. I'm not going to treat it like a real call because the goal of this video is just to show you guys the contact details being updated in the CRM rather than doing a full-scale demo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the voice agent all of the information up front, and then basically end the call to show you guys all that information being updated in the CRM. So I'm going to give it a call now, do that, and then show you guys it being updated.
Hello, this is Lucas from FutureFlow. How can I help you today?
Hey Lucas, my name is John Smith. My company's name is Insurance Scotland, and I was just really interested in what it is that you guys do at FutureFlow because in my business we're missing so many calls after hours, and I want a voice agent there to answer the calls, screen potential clients, and then book them into our calendar. My email is john@insurancescotland.com. and my phone number is 07538 123 456. I'm obviously in the insurance industry, life insurance to be specific, and I currently have a team of 20 people.
Perfect. Thanks for sharing all that, John. Just to double check, your email is john@insurancescotland.com and your phone is 07538 123 456, right? Sounds like you want a voice agent to handle after-hours calls, qualify leads, and book appointments. Did I get that spot on? Anything else you'd want your AI agent to do, or is that the main focus?
That's the main focus, thanks. Okay, so let's see that information being updated in the GoHighLevel pipeline, and then we can dive into the contact to show you all the specific details being updated in the custom fields which we created earlier. Okay, so we're in the pipeline. We can see John Smith, Insurance Scotland. So let's just jump into this contact. So we're in the contact. You can see that the call recording is in this like text message user interface, which is really easy to interact with. On the right hand side, we have the notes. So we have the call date. It's actually put it in Unix timestamp, so we would need to edit that in the automation. but we also have the call summary, the transcript, and the call outcome. And then on the left, the part that I am most interested in, and I hope you guys will be most interested in as well, is the specific custom fields which we wanted to update. So we can see here that we've captured the full name, we captured the phone number, we captured the email, the business name, the industry, the team size, the pain points, and the services that he was interested in. Obviously, the interest level is kind of hard to gauge because I didn't book an appointment, so the appointment date wasn't filled in, and then the call outcome was interested. So they're all the properties which we defined in Retell. Retell took the call, and then that was updated in our CRM automatically because we connected the agent directly into GoHighLevel. So I think this stuff is really, really cool. If you think it's cool, then comment down below, let me know. I always love interacting with other people who find this stuff cool. So yeah, that is the way that you can directly connect Retell voice agents to your GoHighLevel. I genuinely believe that this would be a similar process for other CRMs like HubSpot or Salesforce. I've not personally used those before, but like this stuff is what the CRMs are set up to do, so I have no doubts that you'd be able to do it with those softwares as well. I know I said I was going to show you how to do it in Any.in as well, so if you want to stick around and watch that part, then we'll dive into that just now. But if you're using GoHighLevel and you don't care about the 1 pence, then you can stop watching the video here. But if you are looking to save the pennies, then let's jump into Any.in and I'll show you how to do it in Any.in as well. So we're in Any.in and it's a very similar process. So we set up the webhook that we want to send information to just by creating a webhook. We can just type in webhook here, go webhook, and then we have our webhook and our webhook URL here, okay? So we just want to delete that one. So we create our webhook, make it post, and then we copy the webhook URL here, come into Retell, go to webhook settings, and paste that right in there. So now what we're doing is instead of sending it directly to GoHighLevel, we're sending it to Any.in, and it's going to come into this little webhook here. Similar to GoHighLevel, we only want to have the call analyzed end of call reports. So we set up this if module, and the only if that we put in here is if the body or the event name is call analyzed here. So if the event is equal, so I'll just take that out. If the event is equal to call analyzed, then that will be true. So we want to push anything that is true through to the rest of the automation. Now, what this little module here is doing is it's actually searching GoHighLevel to see if this person is already a contact, and we're going to find that contact through their phone number. So if we go into the search GHL, we have the URL which we get from the API documentation, so the contacts search. We have the authorization, which is your GoHighLevel private integration token. You put that there after bearer and make sure there's a space. We have the version, and then we have our JSON body. So we identify which sub-account that we're trying to look in for the contacts. We put your sub-account location ID in here, and then we put the field as the phone number, and then the value is the from number. So similar to GoHighLevel, where we were basically assigning or attaching the phone number to the contact from the number that they called, we're using that same phone number to find the contact. So if they are a contact, then we don't need to create a new contact to update their fields, so we can just directly update the fields. But if they are not a contact, then we can actually create a new contact directly in Any.in using another HTTP module. So in here we have the contacts URL. Same again, we have the bearer token, the version, and then we want to create a contact. So we just want to give the name, the location ID, which is the sub-account ID again, and then the phone number. So we want to, the name and then phone number or email are the only two fields that we need to create contacts in GoHighLevel. So what you would do is from the call analyze report, you would take the full name from the post call properties. So the full name here. Let me actually just go find it. It won't actually have anything because I didn't give it a name. But what you do is you take the full name, drag it here like that. You'd input your location ID here, sub account location ID here, and then the phone number. So the from number, we can just put that in there like that, and then that's us. So then once we have the contact created, we then want to update the custom fields. Now, the annoying thing about updating the custom fields directly from NAN instead of doing it in GoHighLevel is in order to update the contact fields, you need to have the contact field ID. And the only way that you can get that is by performing a GET request to GoHighLevel to get all of your custom field IDs from that specific sub account, and then we basically want to filter which custom field IDs that we want. So I'll show you how to do that here. So to get all of the custom fields and their associated ID numbers from your GoHighLevel sub account, it's actually a really simple HTTP request. So it's going to be a GET, and then the URL is going to be locations, your location ID, and then custom fields. Okay. You're going to have your authorization, which is your private integration token again, the version, and then that is literally the only things that you need. So what you do is you set up this manual trigger. So if we just say manual trigger, we just hit that and then assign it to the start of this automation. And all that means is that we just need to hit this this play button, and then it will start the automation. Then we hit the play button, and then we can get all the custom field IDs. Then what I did was I basically got Claude to create me a custom code module which reads through all of the custom fields and their IDs, and then basically just spits out the custom field IDs that I need. So I basically told Claude what were the exact names of the custom fields that I wanted, which were, if we go to the GoHighLevel, in fact we can just do it here. The names of those custom fields were full name demo, phone demo, email demo, business name demo, industry demo, team size demo, pain points demo, blah 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 blah. I basically gave that to Claude, and I was like, create me a custom code module in NAN which can give me all of those. It basically made it for me in JavaScript, which is what you can see here. And then we just hit run, and it spat back out all of the custom fields with their associated IDs. Now, if we go into the update contact fields, we have the contact, we have the contact ID, so specific contact that we're trying to update. We have the authorization again with the private integration token, the version, and then we have the JSON body. So the JSON body looks a little bit something like this. I will give you this in the resource as well, so you don't need to pause the video and start taking notes. I'll put this in a Word document for you guys. But basically, we have the custom fields, we have the ID, which we just got from the GET request. We have the key, which is the name of the custom field, and then we have the specific value which we're getting from the inbound webhook. So if we just scroll down to the bottom, if this will let me, will this let me do it? Oh, I'll just scroll down. So we have here all of the post call properties, and we just drag and drop them to the one that's associated with them. So if we just go take this out, we'll go full name here. For the phone, we want to do the from number. For the email, we'll want to do the email. So obviously these are not provided because I just did a quick test call to have the report in here so I could map these fields. So we have the business name in here. We have the industry, which goes here. Sorry if I keep sniffing, by the way, guys. I've got really bad hay fever, and it's bloody doing my tits in. So my eyes are watering now. Take that out. Pain points. Pain points go in there. Services of interest go in there. Interest level goes in there. Appointment date time. Where's that? Here it is. And then we have call outcome, which goes in here. Cool. And that's them. So once we've done all that, we then have the add note. So it's kind of similar to the update fields. We have contacts, the contact ID, and then notes. We have the private integration token. We have the version, and then we have the JSON body. And it's really, this one's even easier. You actually just have the name and then the input from the inbound webhook trigger. So if we come in, we can find, if we just find timestamp, start timestamp goes in here like that. If we go recording, we can find the recording URL, which goes like that. Summary, call summary, goes like that. Type in transcript, which goes like that. That way there. I'm sure there's a shortened version of this. Okay, we'll just use this one. Transcript. And then the call outcome. Call outcome goes there, like that. Perfect. So then all you need to do is go in and put in your private integration token in here, your sub account ID in here. I'm going to give you guys this automation, by the way, so you can literally just copy and paste it into your NAN account, and then in any field that needs updated, I would literally just go through each module and see where I've put in those sort of brackets for you to go and put in your own details, because I'm not going to give you the JSON file with all of my private integration tokens with it. But what I've done is I have put everything that you need to input yourself in brackets like this, so that when you get this JSON file, you can then just go in and put your details in. But essentially, that is how you do it from NAN. So what we've done here is the call report's coming in here. We're filtering by call analyzed. We're searching GoHighLevel to see if it's already a contact. If it's not a contact, we can create a contact. If it is a contact, we go directly to update contact fields. In order to update the contact fields, we need the custom field IDs, which we get with this custom field ID get request. So you basically get all the custom field IDs. You probably could just feed the output of this module directly into Claude or ChatGPT and just say, give me the custom field IDs for all these custom fields. And then you can take that and basically take my JSON body here. So you can take mine, so copy that, put that into ChatGPT, and then basically say, use this formatting style, but put my contact fields in instead, because you'll have given it all the custom field IDs, all the custom field names, and then it'll create you the JSON body. And then all you need to do is come in and drag and drop your post call properties into the value bit associated with that custom field. And then, as I said, the notes part is really simple as well. Really easy body. I'll also give you this so you can literally just drag and drop it into your NEN account as well. So if you've made it this far, I do thank you for watching. This video did get a wee bit longer than intended, but these things take time. They take attention to detail. So if you have made it this far, I thank you, I respect you, and I hope that you got a bunch of value from it. If you are using GoHighLevel and you don't want to do the NEN stuff, I do believe that this is quite easy to learn once you get the hang of it. Maybe that's coming from a biased perspective. But if you are a beginner and you have any other questions, then please feel free to reach out to me. I am very active on LinkedIn. I'll put my LinkedIn account or profile in the description below. So yeah, connect with me on LinkedIn, shoot me any questions that you have. All of the resources from this video will be in my Voice Agent Vault, which will be linked below. Again, this is completely for free. I am not trying to sell you a course. It's literally just a hub of all of my free resources from LinkedIn or YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not connected with me on LinkedIn, then you're in for a treat. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for trusting me with your time. I hope you guys got a bunch of value from this. And until next time, see you later.